Completely confused. It's me keeping them waiting today.
Yes.
Sorry.
We're busy people.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
You
sorry.
know.
This retirement business is...
I'm an hour behind already.
Dear.
Yes.
Ready?
You look lovely there.
Thank you.
No, the
Ready?
Christmas lights might not go up if you're not careful.
1, 2, 3. Merry Vlogmas! Welcome to Friday, day 18 for you, but 17 for us. I was completely convinced that today was Saturday, which is why I wasn't going to make the other one of the 7974s, but today is Friday,
Yes.
so that means I have 3 more
All
days,
day.
which means 3 more dresses, so I
Yep.
am going to make the 7974. But chocolates, because
Yes.
they're busy people,
Yep.
and lights need
I've got a
putting up.
tree to decorate, 6 roses to plant
Oh,
18. There you
today. Yeah.
and he's got my walking boots for Christmas.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
go. Going nuts.
going nuts. Oh, that's a new one.
It is a new one.
Oh,
Yeah.
It has a hazelnut in it.
It has 2, look. A pair.
pair of nuts. That's us.
No, Jane, no.
That's
Oh,
us.
just leave it there, Father.
Yes, okay.
Good grief, do not get me demonetised.
Schoolboy stuff, really, isn't it?
How old are you?
I'm 70.
Are you sure?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah?
Here we go, yeah.
Yes, they read the age backwards, doesn't it? Don't they? So he's 7.
Yeah, okay. Excellent.
I'm 24. I'll
Tier
take
one,
that.
Tier 1.
Look, it's even
Yeah.
swirled in the middle.
Very nice.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, Mum's, yours doesn't work so
No,
well.
no, I'm not even going to talk
No.
about mine. Not until next year.
No.
This is disintegrating. Oh look, there it is down there.
Oh, yeah, it is disintegrating a bit, isn't it? Some of this rough treatment it gets every
Yeah.
day.
This is a hot chocolate.
Is it? Yes. You think?
So we need to buy a velvetizer.
Oh,
You don't have to have a velvetizer to make their hot
a
chocolate.
little something to keep you cosy.
Is it a drink?
Yes.
How nice.
You
You
could-
can have that tonight.
You could put some brandy or whiskey in it.
When I get back from the carol service.
Make it like Malcolm Holic.
I'm having the second half of my chocolate now. It's really, really good.
Basically, that's just shaved chocolate.
Oh, right.
Literally just chocolate shavings.
Yeah?
Yeah, they do recommend that you use milk, but you can use water if you want to.
Right.
But if
Maybe
you're,
because it's special.
I was going to say, just
I'll use my skimmed milk, which
Yeah.
is what I have. So, yeah.
yeah, but I would just
Yeah.
Embrace. Go
Embrace.
for all of the calories.
Enjoy.
Yes, and maybe make it Irish.
Indeed.
But if you have a velvetizer, you put your milk in, you sprinkle one of these on top, press the button, and 2.5 minutes later you have perfectly frothed,
Oh.
completely drinkable temperature hot chocolate. It's not too hot. That
Well, if
thick-
you buy it.
That's the first time that she said yes.
Ooh.
I have it on camera. Ooh, we got thick one today. Looking lilac, looking power meshy.
Oh.
We have, very pretty sparkly doodad, another label, and then kind of like it is a nude, it's like a deeper nude though,
Yeah.
like beige?
Bit sludgy.
But I mean, well, I suppose it depends.
Yeah.
I think, now that Mum said that, I think what they're aiming for is skin colours, every different skin colour.
Oh, right.
And I think when you unfold this so it's not on top of
Yeah.
itself, it will
Yeah.
be an interesting colour to see. But yeah, so I'll show you that closer up when I get down to the sewing room, which will be any minute now. Although I think maybe we have post or... No post.
Just the dad.
Just Dad. So yeah, heading down to the sewing room, hot drink. I feel totally fine today. The headache's still there, but not badly. The cough is still there, but not as bad as these two. They both sound way better. All good here so far. Let's have a look at this a little bit closer. We have another very pretty doodad, another custom fit label, and then I don't know what colour you'd call this, but lots and lots of it. Lots and lots of it. Good half metre there, so of the full width, because the other ones I've been getting have been fat quarters, I think. So like a milky coffee kind of colour? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, stay 18 of my Pit Trading Advent Calendar. A few of you guys have been asking, actually 2 secs, I can talk to you with my fluffy hair, can't I? A couple of you have been asking, and they do actually have some more in stock. They've restocked a few. I think the vintage colourway is still available. I think the only one that's not is the jewel colourway. So I have been listing it in the description of every video that I've been, because so many people have been asking about it, and I was just like, oh well, it's not available anymore, but now it is available again. They also do the Lingerie Society, which is like monthly kits. Obviously it's Australia, so you need to bear in mind postage, and it was 30 Australian dollars to have this posted to me, and the calendar worked out, I think it was £96 in total. So, you know, it wasn't an inexpensive purchase, but I definitely think I'm getting value for money, definitely. And I'm really, really enjoying it, and getting inspired for all the lingerie sewing that's going to happen next year. It's on my list of New Year's resolutions and goals for next year. Yeah, I was convinced that today was Saturday. Don't know why. Oh, it's Big Bird's birthday today as well. Happy birthday, Big Bird! Yeah, I was absolutely convinced that it was Saturday today, so that was why I was going to skip the 7974, but I'm going to make the 7974. Good news, it fits Mum. It's still a little bit big on the shoulders, and the sleeves, whilst they're long enough for Mum, the cuffs are massive, so she's going to do a little bit of tweaking to it. Yeah, it fits her, which is great. So, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that dress, to be honest. I was thinking of giving it away, but then that's very kind of like, it narrows the pool of recipients down to somebody that would fit the dress. But yeah, it fits Mum, so that's brilliant, and she really likes it. We'll just have to remember to not wear the same dress on the same day. So yeah, I'm gonna get on and get that sewn. Oh, I cricked my neck yesterday. I don't know if it's because of the way I slept or getting all that stuff out of the Christmas decks out of the thingy above, but I've really massively cricked my neck and it hurts. And every now and again I'll do something and I'll be like, oop, that was a mistake. Anyway, stop waffling, start doing things.
2,000 years later.
Okay, dress number 2 is finished. Well, I still need to hem it, and I have put bias binding on the hem for this one to do by hand, but I think this one fits much better. I could take maybe 1/4 of an inch off of the shoulders. Actually, I've lost weight. For the first time in a year, I'm under 12 stone this morning, and making this up, actually I think I could take this in at the waist a little bit. So let me tip you down and let's have a look. So it is there's still plenty of ease and room in here, but I think you can tell it's all kind of skimming. I think skimming is the right word, because clinging in this kind of fabric wouldn't be correct. I have put on different sleeves. These are the McCall's 7537 with a continuous lap and a cuff put onto them, because I knew that I would want the sleeves on this dress to be wrist length, and actually I really like these sleeves with that detail. Yeah, so it's the exact same dress as yesterday. I think a few of you were a little bit confused. I purposefully made the dress yesterday too big. I made it according to the pattern envelope. Let me just tip you up a little bit. There we go. The point of me making the exact same dress but in 2 different sizes was to illustrate the point that the pattern envelope yesterday told me to make the size that I did, and a few of you were saying that it looked frumpy, which I agree with, that it looked like the kind of stuff that you would get ready to wear, and that is exactly the point. I used to buy clothes that would fit me in one area, usually my butt, because my butt has always been big, then try and just make it work so that, you know, like the waist was never small enough, because at one point I did have a 23-inch waist and then I had 38-inch hips. I now have a 28-inch waist and 44-inch hips, although having lost all that weight I might be down to 42-inch hips. But I did, you know, I've always been a very different proportion from the waist to the hips. My bust was a 36 previously, it's a 38 now. The other thing that I have done as well is I've adjusted this one according to my preference. So I left the midriff band as was, because this is where I lengthened yesterday and this is where the pattern told me to lengthen, and I need to add the extra length because I want this to sit on my waist. So I added the extra length into this bust piece, and so whilst it's still not quite sitting completely under my bust, it is sitting an inch further down, which I think personally looks better and gives the dress better proportion. I have also raised up this front neckline by 3/8 of an inch not 3/8 an inch, 3 inches. I've actually raised this front portion up here because otherwise it would come down to here like the other one did, and that's just, it's nice, but I would have to wear plunge bras, and I don't like wearing plunge bras. I like wearing balconette bras, which is what I have on today. So previously I'd raised it up by 1 inch, then 2 inches, and now I've done 3 inches, and 3 inches is good for me. This dress is still skimming and actually is a little bit bigger than I was expecting it to come out, and I might go in and just take a tiny little bit out of the side seams, but I'm a tiny little bit. I think the comparison video of me standing, so I'm going to film myself in the other dress in the pose for the girl on the envelope, which is like this, and then I'm going to film myself in this dress exactly the same, and so can put them up side by side just to illustrate the point, because whilst this dress is not too tight, there's still plenty of room in here. I think this one looks so much better on me. I mean, again, fit is a really personal issue, and I'm just saying that for me, the pattern envelope is utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. When I first started sewing from commercial patterns, we're talking 12 years ago now, I thought the sizes on the envelopes were corresponding to high street sizes, so I cut out size 8s, and they actually didn't fit me too badly. But let's see if I can find the pattern now. Yeah, so I cut out a size 8, which according to the envelope on this pattern, it's the 4513, which I'm still trying to replace if anyone knows of any that aren't like 30 quid plus postage. So it's for a 31.5 inch bust, and like I say, mine used to be 36 inches. This one says it's for a 24 inch waist actually, but it's got elastic in it, so I think that's why I got away with that one. And then the hip was 33. So back then I should have traced a 14 for the bust, a 10 for the waist, and a 14 for the hips. But I thought that the pattern envelope was was the same as high street sizing, so I just cut a size 8 and it fit. And I got lucky. I didn't even know about finished garment measurements. I mean, those dresses didn't even have any kind of finishing on the inside. The hem was turned once and is still raw. I still have some of them. I knew nothing. I got really lucky with some of the dresses that I made. The reason that I've done this is to, and again, I'm going to go into detail in this in the video that I'm going to film next week, but it's to illustrate the point that the number on the outside envelope is just a number. I had a client who was a size 16 on the high street and a size 22 in the Vogue pattern that she'd bought for me to make for her, and she was horrified. And you know, it was just like, it's arbitrary. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that you're this or that or the other. It's just a way of distinguishing between the sizes. They have to call them something. We've had this conversation before. Yeah, it was, you know, trying to explain to her. And then when we actually got into the pattern, she was actually a size 18 because of all the ease that they'd put in. So it's one of those things. The pattern envelope is so misleading. Like this pattern, the 7974, I've given the other one to Mum and mine's away, but the envelope, I'll have put it up here. The lady on the envelope looks like, her dress looks like this does, in my opinion. It looks like there is this much ease. In fact, I think I've got slightly too much ease in this for me personally, and I might go in and just tweak that. But she's not got the same amount of ease that the dress yesterday had, which was around about 4.5 inches everywhere. If I had bought that envelope wanting to have a dress come out like hers, which I think this one has, I would have been disappointed if I had ended up with the dress that I got yesterday. It's not a bad dress, it didn't look awful on me, but it didn't look as good as this one does, in my opinion. And again, this is just my opinion, and fit, as I've mentioned, is a really personal thing. It's not something that I am saying that everyone has to have their clothes fit like this on them, because not everybody wants to have their clothes fit like this. Some people want a bigger fit, some people want a tighter fit. Like I'm saying, I actually think I might go in and just nip this in a little bit more. I was worried this one was going to be too big for me, to be honest. It's a 14 at the bust and a 10 at the waist. And the one that I did yesterday was a 14 at the waist. It's frustrating that the pattern envelopes are so misleading. And by misleading, the image on the envelope does not correspond to the sizing on the envelope. You will not get the dress that looks like the envelope pattern picture if you make the size that the envelope tells you to make. And that's what's frustrating me. If they had a model on the envelope and they'd put her in a dress that was the size that they'd recommended with the extra 4.5 inches, I have no issue with that. That's what I want. I want transparency. I want them to either say model is this size, this size, this size, and we've made her this size, or actually put the model in a size that they tell you should make, and they don't. And that's frustrating. And I know Mimi G has gone on board with the Simplicity Vogue Butter Egg new look, which is awesome. And I know she's working to make the pattern envelopes more transparent and more informative of the actual things that we need. Like those patterns I got the other day had the length of the garment from the base of the neck to the hem. That's not helpful by itself. It is helpful, but we want all of it. We want the width and we want the finished garment measurements, and it doesn't even have to be on the envelope. If printing costs too much, put it on your bloody website because you have one. So yeah, and stop changing the numbers of patterns as well, and stop moving patterns around different companies. There's a McCall's pattern that's gone to a Butterick, and so yeah, the if you wow, I've been ranting for 10 minutes, I'm so sorry. The video, the comparison video for these two dresses is going to hopefully going up next week for you guys to have a look at, and for me to basically say the same sorts of things but hopefully in more depth and more coherence. I like this a lot. I think I might take it in a little bit more because I'm kind of shocked by how much ease I've got in at the waist there, so I might just nip it in a little bit more, but that's just because that's how I prefer to wear my clothes, not because that's what I'm saying anyone else should do. Anyway, my thumbnails for the last 3 days are going to basically be me in different variations of this print, so I might try and put something else in for the thumbnail today, but my day has literally been making up this dress and I'm really glad that I did, and I really like these sleeves on it. These, as I said, I think I said the 7537 sleeves. They have a lot of room at the top, which means I can put my arms above my head without having to worry about anything, and I really like them with the cuff and the continuous lap. Yeah, I like this a lot. I like that little detail. I think it looks cute. Happy with this dress. Might tweak it a little bit, still need to hem it, but I also have to edit, and it is 9:30, so it's earlier finished than yesterday, so that's good. Lots of editing for me this evening, so I hope you've enjoyed my day. I hope you've enjoyed the little rant that I've had. I'll be interested to see what you guys think about this dress in comparison to yesterday's dress. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.